Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron, I hope you're having a great day or night in Jesus. Now, the internet has opened up amazing opportunities, but also for disuse and misuse as well. So I want to ask the question, because there's a dangerous slippery slope here, is pointing out error, especially among people you consider brethren, is this rebellion? And so there's a dangerous movement, in my opinion, that when somebody is theologically incorrect, and I'm not talking about matters that would be, Romans 14, matters of conscience among brethren and all this kind of stuff, but things that strike at the heart of Christianity and of Jesus. I'm speaking of like the inspiration of Scripture, evolution. Of course, we could go into the person and work of Jesus Christ and all that. Let's say, I'm a presbyter in the United Pentecostal Church, but let's say somebody's doing that and leadership is pointing that out, rebellion. Why do we don't think so? Because we have like the Galatians 2 example that at conference, Paul says he withstands Peter to the face for all this. And he's actually writing epistles trying to warn people of these horrible errors. In this case, it'd be the Judaizers. And all that is, it is the gospel of Jesus Christ plus circumcision, or plus circumcision and the law. And so Paul's rightly pointing out, look, it's the gospel, the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ as manifested and obeyed in Acts 2:38, which is the gospel of our salvation. And so the gospel minus anything is not the gospel, and the gospel plus anything is not the gospel. And so you have James 5. I understand that you have the Matthew paradigm and all of this, Matthew 18, but there's times I've approached various ones with various things I would consider error. But and so let me just say this: if somebody in leadership teaches error, it doesn't make it right. And if somebody that's not in leadership preaches the truth in love with a good spirit, because I know there can be nasty spirits and all that out there, that is not rebellion at all. We need to be right with God. We need to be the pillar and ground of the truth. We need to buy the truth and sell it not. And so again, I'm not talking about, when's Jesus coming or something like that. I think you can have pretty wide latitudes and all that. I've done videos on why I feel that way scripturally, on and so forth. But when these are vital doctrines, maybe of bibliology, or the person and work of Jesus Christ, is Jesus in the image of God, or is he in the image of a bacteria, I just don't think that's rebellion. And I think it's a very dangerous, slippery slope to say that truth is rebellion. You always want to make sure that you keep a good spirit, that you love, on and so forth. And there's certain people, they'll say, well, you go through the process. Well, you go through the process and that didn't work. And so, in truth not spoken is truth lost. So there's been a lot of times, I've cost myself a ton in certain things and preaching certain meetings and all of this. And it's okay, because I really had to come that I serve Jesus more than I serve anybody else. And Jesus is the one that saved me. And I love everybody. And that's another thing, is when you point out error and then they won't even say hey to you, they won't shake your hand, anything like that. It's like, or even talk about you really bad behind your back or something. It's like, well, you're not showing love. And, we have a little thing about not contending for your differing views to the disunity of the body. But yeah, so why are you printing all this stuff that is against the manual, until you just insert things in the manual? And why are you doing that? Because then you're contending for your differing view to the disunity of the body. So, I'm just going to keep preaching the truth and love everybody and want everybody to make heaven. So God bless. We'll talk with you later. Thanks for being with us. Check out our other videos. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification. God bless. Bye-bye.